Hello everyone. Look, we're the right way up. First time. Woohoo! Look at that. Awesome. Oh look. Even my son has joined in from the other side of town. Hello mate. Have to say, I don't know if many of you watch the videos, but Milton's been editing the videos from last week and loading them up, and they're on YouTube. He's done an awesome job actually, and with everyone hanging out at home, especially on his side of town, they're yeah, everyone's at home in his big block of flats he's in, or the block of units he's in. So his internet is really slow. We're making it even slower by getting him to upload videos for you all. Okay. Oh look, there's lots of people. Not much pressure there. Haha. Okay. So does anyone want me to start with what arrived today, what we've been doing over the weekend? We've been really super busy packing. Oh, there's a bit of a lag, Naomi's telling me. Super busy packing kits. I might start with this. You saw this last week. So we just had another top up of, and there is our son text messaging his sister, of the Celebrate You're Amazing. So we've got, oh look, Quentin's left two of us. We've got bulk packs, and we've got this awesome little bird chipboard that Marie has coloured in the group over the weekend. That's what she did on Saturday. So bulk packs, paper packs, loose paper, stencils and chipboard. So that arrived this morning. The courier was really early with that this morning. Yes, all our deliveries are now coming to the house so that we can have it quicker. Yesterday's arrival was the Kaisercraft Amethyst. Now we haven't had Kaisercraft in our store in over a year. Like, it's well and truly over a year. It's coming close to 18 months. But when we saw this, we thought we couldn't resist because it's purple and everyone loves purple. Or not everyone, but most people like purple. And butterflies, much to Quentin's disgust. So we've got paper pads and wooden embellishments. 2 sets of collectibles, the pictures and then the sentiments. Great for card makers. And there is a paper pack which includes 6 double-sided pattern paper sheets, 2 of each design, plus an exclusive set of stickers. I don't know if you can see it with the reflection there. It's got letters and some border strips. It's $11.99 for that pack. And then we've got pattern papers, crystal. These are in no particular order. Flutter. Lots of butterflies to fussy cut because we all know Tony loves fussy cutting. Nice stripe on the back. That's pretty lovely. Another fussy cut sheet. Full moon. With a nice denim navy blue on the back. Navy blue is really hard to get. Gem. Some flowers and a nice arty print on the back. And then jewel with your cut up pieces, your 3" by 4" pieces to put in your pocket cards or use on the front of your cards. And it's got like a painted weave on the back. And then we've got Mystique, which has got these big roses and a nice stripe. Moonstone, which is a wallpaper print, for want of another term, and a spot on the back. Then we have opal. I really like this piece with the little watercoloured flowers and an ombre on the back, and quartz, which has got your corner design, which could be fussy cut as well, and a nice navy blue with like a tealy green leaf fern print on it. Okay, so that is Amethyst, and that's all in the online store, ready to go. Quentin's actually out at the store at the moment, packing everyone's orders and doing deliveries. He was doing deliveries on the way. Okay, so next week's kit is available, and I think Naomi's got it in the online store.
Yep, it's all in.
It is using the Celebrate Letters to My Love, and you've got cardstock, and I've got a bodgy piece of cardstock. You don't. We've got some flowers that are cut. Naomi spent like 6 hours making these kits, putting these kits together after I designed it, packed it, put part of it together. I do my part. I spend about 4 or 5 hours on it, and then she spent another 6 hours putting them together, doing all the little cutouts and all that sort of stuff. You've got lots of little crumbs in there. This is, and I'll keep this on the brown, so this is the bonus cut sheet with it. And you've got some leaves, some hearts, the word family, and I'll show you how to fill that in. And you do get the letters as well, the middle letters, and this nice rosy pattern. There we go, chuck that in there. And then we've got some cards and envelopes, some cardstock, pattern paper, a sheet to, obviously I'm going to fussy cut some of that, and a couple more pieces of cardstock. Okay, so that is for next week's classes. So that'll be card making on Tuesday morning, scrapbooking on Wednesday morning, scrapbooking Wednesday night, and if I have anything left over, I will make a extra project that I will either share a picture of or do an extra video in all my free time. Okay, I've got one more thing to show you. They've loaded me up with things to show you. Tomorrow is the 1st of April. We all know what the 1st of the month is. It is the release of our year in review kit. So this is tomorrow's release year in review kit. You have cardstock, and hidden in the cardstock here is the cut sheet. And yes, it's got March on it. This is for your March photos. And then we've got a nice big wreath. And then we've got the word awesome and some stars. Because if you do year in review, you may be doing the class, and you know, you might want to document all you're creating with the stars last week and the stars this week. We've got a full sheet of Cocoa Vanilla Pretty Bits, and then we've got some cardstocks and paper, lots of little cutouts and things, cardstock and paper. And then, you know, we've got bling and the little foxes, because, you know, Chrissy D wanted foxes on the watercolour. This is a watercolour swatch. These take a long time to make, these watercolour swatches. And I just noticed that he didn't glue them in. Okay. And then you've got your pocket page, your pocket page sheet. Don't know if you can see that in the video. Okay, let's see if we can get this back in the bag. Don't tell Quentin that I'm not being very nice to it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I am being nice. Thought I'd have to be not nice, but I'm being nice. Okay. So that's all the things he left me with when he went to do his deliveries. So on to making some cards today. This is my pack of stuff. And I've got a dish because I reorganised. I had to get a bigger container for the little dishes of stuff. So I'm just going to put all the little things in here, all the crummy stuff. Now, if you didn't get a pack, that's okay. Just use a scrap box again, get some dies and punches out, use all those leftovers you've got from other projects. Yep, there's sequins in here. I know that I came on late because I was just trying to track down Nola's kit. It says hers is going to get delivered today or tomorrow. It's been on holidays in the Red Bank postal depot for a couple of days. You all know how much I love Red Bank postal depot. Okay, so we've got all those bits. And then I've got cardstock, a few bits of cardstock. I'm going to use this piece of cardstock. It's a little bit thicker than these ones. I think I might start today. We might just fish out, because Quentin said there is no way I was going to be able to make a feminine card with this pack of stuff. Let's prove him wrong. So okay, no more crummy bits in there. Okay, so I've got orange and brown and copper. I've got a flower, a bit of gauze. Let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock. I'm going to make two like C6 regular size cards. So I'm going to go to 8 inches, and so, you know, when I line it up against the ruler here, nice against the ruler, it's not quite perfect here. What you need to do is make sure that this is where it's nice and straight, not the ruler. So along here, so it's 8. By 6. That gives us 2 main cards. And let's have a go at doing a small card. So this is 4 wide. Now the scrap by 6. Let's see if we've got enough to make a small card as well. Okay, rightio. So, I'm gonna fold those. Gotta remember to talk. Don't know, is anyone podcasting us today? Don't ask me how you do that. But apparently, you can do it. Maybe she just had it playing through her stereo like a podcast. Okay, and one of these is going to be a little card. So what I do is I line up the front edge so that, just show you, so say this is the front, the folder bit. So I line it up so it's just short of, let's get something that's not reflective. So it's just short of the back piece. And I make sure that this piece that I hold just short is smaller, because when you, each of these ends, because I'm human, each of these ends are going to be a slightly different width. It's minuscule, the width. So I work out which one is the narrower, and that's the one that's the back. So I line it up just short, and then I run this along with my fingernail or something. And then this is a bone folder, and that's been alcohol inked about 15 years ago. So it's lasted pretty good. And then when you go to open the card, you will feel that this card front then is when you naturally run your finger along the edge, it naturally picks it up. I just like that. I just like how that, it opens better, and you can't see the back of the card here. And if I can, I trim it, because I'm a bit obsessive. We all know that. No comments, Naomi?
I'm keeping my tongue family.
Yes, you do that. You do that. Okay, so let's have a look here. Got this piece of hessian in your pack, or you could use a piece of hessian if you had it. So, because it's not quite the right size, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little snip. I'm going to eyeball where it would be. Just going to do a little snippy. And then I'm going to line it up in my trimmer so it's kind of straight. It takes a bit of cutting and it takes a bit of help. Right, there we go. So put that bit aside. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, yep, you guessed it, I'm going to poke a hole and cut the middle out. So this has got a paper back on it. You could use a piece of normal hessian. But I think what we might do is we might strip a bit of this hessian later. Okay, so we've got that. Let's do, oh, that's bright. Gee willikers, that's bright. Let's do that kind of thing. And then we'll put a bit of that. Maybe a bit of that. Hessian, and it's either Hessian or Hessian. Some of you will know exactly what I'm talking about there. Okay, I'm going to use a little flaggy thing and then maybe a couple of these. And then I need to make a sentiment, so obviously I didn't get my cutting dies ready. And no, I have not used my time at home appropriately to tidy up my area and put all of my cutting dies away. Okay, I need a word, some sort of word. This is not an appropriate way to store cutting dies, just so you know. Let's just find a word. I kind of know what word I want. I know what's in here. There we go. Hello. Okay. So, let's get the ruler out. So this is like 3 3/4 by, let's make it 3/4. Let's make this a bit better. Let's just, yes, let's. Oh, Naomi's moving me.
I got a bit of the wooden frame. No, we're good now.
Oh, she's just. Oh, and now we've made fluffy stuff. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Right. Okay, and then let's make this 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So on these Kaiser trimmers, the 5.5 is right here. It's right at this very seam here. Like, I'm just putting my nail, as short as it is, just in the groove there. The groove is there for the mark for 5.5. On the Cardmaking trimmers, it is the 6-inch mark that is missing. So then we're going to cut the white piece that we had left over to 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that's back on the main platform. Keep all those bits. Okay. So I don't actually stick anything together until I get it that I'm sort of happy. And then when I stick together, I don't actually stick it to the card base until I'm really, really happy. Rightio. Yep, I'm going to cut the middle out of this one. So don't throw anything out. Like if you're working from the kit, like you saw my ScrapBox debacle last week with how much I had in my ScrapBox. I didn't think it was a hoarder till I started going through that ScrapBox. Really, it's a lot. If you're working from the kit, like if you've bought a kit or your kit's on the way, try not to throw anything out because I might use it. Well, I will use it. So I've got that bit. Got flour. We had a strip of Hessian. So let's let's make it 2 pointy bits, like a pointy arrowy end. Tiny strip like about that long of jewels. Making a mess. We have our little flag. So if you're gonna, you just cut a little rectangle and then be the ends to make a flag. Okay, and then our word. We're going to cut that out of. Let's go orange. And I cut it down so that I don't wreck all that in my die cut machine. So cut up, cutting surface, like cutting side up, and I'm on a magnetic mat. Paper, good side down. My B plate on top. So your magnetic mat replaces your C plate. Unless you have an electric machine like Kirsty, her plates are different again. Let's take this guy out. Pokey tool, you could use a pin. I think this is it's a bit bright. But what we might do, Brownick. So let's colour that. A bit of brown ink. It's not perfect. These wipes. So these are, baby wipes aren't easy to get your hands on at the moment. So the other day I had to buy deer wipes no matter what I did. And we needed wipes in the studio. So we got some of these were $6.50 a packet, which is way beyond what I would ever pay for wipes. And after saying about the cheap Coles wipes that I'd got the fortnight before, how the ants just loved them. Well, you know, we we decided we'd go with these. So these are bamboo. So you can, like, I'm just using this one dry to clean up. I have been for a couple of days. I wouldn't keep it if I'd put food. So these are not for food or faces or things in our home. These are studio wipes now, because you can use these in your projects. Like, you can use them to cover chipboard, or you could cut it up. You could use it like as little strips. You can use it to make ties once you colour it, but they're bamboo, so they're better for the planet, but they're also stronger. So, although you can pull them apart, but I have heard of people making like covering their mini books with it, or using them in their art journals to stick on to surfaces and make texture, and when you stick it on with matte medium. So we've gone over to something that we can, and yes, ants still come by, but you know, we had got rid of all the ants in our house for a while, but I just decided to come back, because that's what you do when everyone's stuck at home. You come and annoy them.
That's when there's rain coming.
Rain coming, my foot, Naomi. Black rain clouds hung over our place all last week, and we didn't get much at all. I don't think we've got any rain at all.
We got one speck.
One speck, she says. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's better. Let's go with that. Okay. Clean my hands. Rightio. So, we've got that one. And let's just do a little bit on this one. I'm thinking this, and we'll do something with that bit of Hessian. And, oh, I forgot this piece. You know what I'm going to do? Might cut another hello with that. We'll see how we go. Let's cut a piece from here. Okay, let's get the trimmer out. Oops, did I move it? I did.
Yeah, I'm coming to fix it. It slowly moves. There. Yep, you're good.
Are you sure? Because I can see the wooden bit still.
It's lagging.
Oh, is that better?
1 minute. Wait for it to come. We're still on the blue card.
Okay,
There we go. We're all good.
we're all good? We're back in business?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I
We're back in Bizzo.
bumped you. Where was I at with this one? So let's do 3 3/4. I'm going to have the timber gold cross by 5 3/4 inches. That is inches. And then, so this little card, it was a 4 inch by 6 inch. So this front surface is 3 inches by 4 inches. So let's do a, because this is 4 inches here, let's do a 2 3/4. So we're doing it this way, so we use the least amount by 3 3/4. And let's see what we can get out of this. So do we have a straight edge? Yes, we do. So can we get 2.5? We can just get 2.5 that way by 3.5. And maybe we'll keep going with the horizontals. Okay. So let's go to this card. Get the middle out of this one. There. Let's do a bit of a stack of bits like that. cut a hello out of this as best we can without too much waste. To go on there. Okay, on here, how about we tear the paper off the back of this. We might keep that for something else. You never know. And then we'll just tease it out. I don't know if we've got any Hessian left in stock in the store. I'll have to check. If we do, we'll add it to the online store. We are going through our butterfly cutouts are going to go onto our online store in the next day or so. We're working on getting the images together so that they can go on there. Ooh, how about that? So let's do this as frugally as possible. So let's do one out of this side. That way. Do a green one. And then let's do a timber one for the other side. Right. And then let's cut, let's find a number. What number are we going to cut? First person to come up with a number, you can pick the number. Please tell me if the instructions are too much. Okay. When someone comes up with a number, we'll pick the number. Okay, so I will cut these bits.
Really good 44 from Joe.
No, we only need a number. It's not that big a card, Joey. Okay, so when you place it on here, make sure you do try and completely cover the metal die. Like, really take your time. Put this on.
We've got 6 and 8.
Which one was first? 6?
6.
We're doing number 6. Remind me that it's number 6 when I come back and say later, because I'm, in the zone. Oh, there's the poker tool. Just going to make a little bit of a mess here. Okay. So that was brown, so this one's green. Don't know if you can just hear the little happy noises from the lounge room. I think they're meant to be playing together.
It's not going well with...
Oh, I think Boss Mealy's being a boss and Noah's just sitting there ignoring her. He's probably doing homework. I feel for his teachers. One of them sent out a quiz yesterday and he was concerned that she might think little of him because he didn't see it straight away and he didn't start it for 5 minutes. He was concerned that she would think little of him because he took 5 minutes to get started on it. Well, I think she'd be shocked that he did it on the day she sent it, because most of the kids probably haven't even looked at it yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, number 6, wasn't it? So let's go. Yeah, I'm just trying to be as Scroogey as possible here. 6. Okay. So, while I'm doing this, so this weekend, oh, I think it's this weekend. Naomi-Jon, you want to just make sure that they have announced that it's definitely this weekend? So this weekend is the first ever Great Australian Craft Show. Yes, we will be there. So this is the first time that you can go to a Craft Alive craft show in the comfort of your own home. We have got specials. We will be doing some demos. We will be doing lots of things like everybody else, and it will be really interesting. I have no idea how it... Oh, Nola just got her parcel. Woohoo, Nola. Awesome. Maybe it was because I looked at it on the tracking that the guy might have had it in the van for a couple of days and went, oh, they're watching it, I better deliver it. I'm sure that's not how it happens, but let's just think that. Yeah, so Great Australian Craft Show this weekend. Awesome opportunity to go to a craft show from the comfort of your own home. We'll have lots of specials and demos, and you know, we'll do some extra lives on here, and hello to all our new people that have been joining our little family. Oh, Naomi's got a phone call. So I'm going to put this one under here. I do like to shadow things. It just makes it pop a bit more. Naomi's just had a phone call. It could be, I don't know what it is. It could be her Zonta phone call she's been waiting on. She has a scholarship interview still to go. Yes, we're still doing all of those things. Okay, so I'm going to stick these two together because I know that definitely they're going to go together. I have to say that Madeline, who is our oldest cat, is quite concerned because we're all at home and there's been no Christmas tree and no presents for her to check out or Missy to rip up. All the family hasn't turned up, which is usually what happens on holidays and things, and we've been home for too many days in a row without other people turning up to visit and stuff happening. So she's very, very concerned that something is wrong, and she's worried that we're never ever going to leave her alone so she can sleep all day and play all night. Is that you over there, Noah? Oh, okay. I thought you were playing with your sister.
No, she's throwing Lego bricks around, so I left the room.
You left the room because she's throwing Lego bricks around. See, Naomi was right. It ended badly.
My thinks he's posted up work, but he hasn't.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so 100 students have been texting him. Please send us the work.
Oh, does everyone else want work as well? I thought you were the only
we have
student.
to get work, or else we have to at least do something a day.
Oh, okay.
Or else they just give us a straight up fail.
I don't know about that, mate.
The only subject you could really not do work for is Japanese.
Shh. People can hear you.
Oops, you didn't hear that.
Okay, we're going to put this down the bottom. So I've just torn the end of the... So these little strips were left over from something we made. Something we cut. They're just little scrappy leftover strips. So I'm just going to put them towards the bottom. And then... This one's a bit bigger. And then I'm going to find my glue, which I didn't top up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a lesson in how to top up glue. It's this simple. But don't push this against here because it can ooze back out. Like it can explode back out the top of the bottle. Naomi's still not back. She might actually be having her Zonta interview now. Okay. So now I'm going to stick these two 6s together. You right?
Yeah, I just had my Zontas now.
That was quick.
Yeah, well, they haven't done any interviews yet, and they have the two of us to interview on. They just did more questions, so it was good.
Okay. So that was a very quick Zonta interview for a scholarship. Which is quite a bit more important now because she's had to change the way she does things, and we've had to buy extra software to keep her going at home while she can't be at uni, whilst paying rent somewhere else. Okay.
You're not supposed to release the date of the Great Australian Craft Show. It's being released in like an hour.
Oh, whoops. So you didn't hear that from me about the Great Australian Craft Show? Why? Did they just say it's coming out in an hour?
They said it was coming out tomorrow, yesterday, and then they say they're going to release it in an hour on their website, Mum.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't hear it from me. Maybe by the end of this they'll have released it. You keep an eye on that, Naomi-Jon. You didn't hear it from me. Please don't dob me in. Please. Pretty please. Okay, let's get some foam. Don't forget we've got foam in the shop now. More. Well, I think we do. We did. We did last night when I checked. Okay, I'm just going to cut little strips. Put on here. Another little strip. Who's creating along? Anyone going great guns? Like nearly finished a card? I think that's going to go there, but it's a bit ordinary right now. So let's put that one aside. Yep. I'm working on 3 cards at once. We need to fix this. This is just too many. Rightio. All the crummy stuff off. Michelle, oh yep, Michelle Mackenzie's creating. So awesome seeing what you all made last week. And everyone's still okay with just watching me create on the fly and not knowing exactly what you're making in class? You're all still fine with that? Can you stop eating, please? Just a side note there. It's not lunchtime yet, it's 10:47. I've already had coffee, Julie. It is not lunchtime. Get out of the food. We are not going to survive if Noah keeps eating everything before.
It's only a little bit of cereal.
Okay. Noah and Amelia ate a loaf of gluten-free bread yesterday and a whole packet of corn thins. And they had 3 morning teas, 2 lunches, and 2 afternoon teas, dinner, and then they iced cupcakes, had those for dessert, and then they both lined up for fruit. So, yep, they're going to eat us out of house and home. I have a little tiny bit of this stuff left. I'm just going to use it on the back here. Just being a little lazy. That's all gone. Just going to roll that tape back that went over the edge. Rightio. That's ready to go there. Then we're just going to lay the bit of gauze on. Yep, that looks right. So if I put this tape on here to stick this down, this is a finicky product. So I'm going to use a bit of glue. The Hessian, yeah, the tape's not going to go through there. I think it needs glue. I don't use glue all the time. I don't use glue for these sort of things often. Right. I'm going to try and have it that it's straight. What are you laughing at, Naomi-Jon?
Marie suggested to put a lock on the pantry and the fridge.
Oh, Marie had boys. Marie had boys and she survived. Like, she is my guidance guru to raising boys. Like, really. The problem is, you can't go out all the time, because we're not meant to, for starters. And, we've run with the process with the last boy we raised, that we just didn't have too much food in the house at a time. This one would probably pick a lock. It's just a little too smart. Get out of the food!
Putting back the cereal we're eating.
Right, you started feeling guilty, did you? Okay, so now I'm going to stick my two hellos together. Oh, let her eat them now that you've started sharing.
She ate most of the cereal.
Please spell condolences.
Condolences. Who are you
Get out of
giving
the
your
fridge.
condolences to?
Marie had 4 boys. I can't even handle 2 brothers. That deserves condolences.
Really, Millie? This is why we can't isolate ourselves.
Oh dear.
Because I need to be at school, then I'm alone. I'm only with people.
They
that-
can hear you, Noah.
Oh, oops.
Really?
Yeah, really. Out in the lounge. Go on. Okay, so I've got my shadow switched from side to side. Okay, there we go. Shadow's all on one side now. So I probably need to... Let's pick the middle out of the flower. Yeah, they've gone now. Okay, I'm going to glue this on. You could like cut tiny bits of foam to put this on if you really wanted to. Rightio. Okay. What do we have in here? Do we have anything that... Maybe not. We've already got bling on there. So let's stick that one down. I think it's done. Have they released that yet? No, oh no, it's not an hour, is it?
It's been 10 minutes.
Okay.
You're going well with your patients. You're learning. And what are you like? What do you stop thinking of? Why
My 19-year-old's throwing sticks and stones over here.
Look, I'm not patient at all. I'm not going to kid.
Okay. 1. Done. Finished. Kind of. Okay. look at this. Just so you know, I'm going to cut some stars out of this later. Put a bit of this on. Oh dear. Yeah, I might keep that. Let's cut around there. Put that aside. And then how about we do a bit of stripy stuff. And then we've got this bit of this stuff. Let's put a bit of orange. Flag. I need something to weigh that down. Water jar, which is a baby food jar. So let's just cut there. Not quite even looking. Even with my poor eyesight, I can see that.
I can see that.
Just so you know, Naomi has poor eyesight, but her glasses are better than mine. Rightio. And then what we might do is cut a bit out of here. Maybe about an inch wide. So get the longest possible piece. And then we'll put that sort of under here. Somehow. Okay. Let's start. Put that in the middle. So we know we're going to put this sort of doodary thing here. So let's put a bit of tape there to hold the hessian down. The middle. Let's put tape on the back of all these bits. So these bits could just be some really, truly scrappy pieces out of your scrapbox. They could just be stuff left over from a million different things. That one needs to be glued. It's just too narrow for the tape. Oh, I do have a bit of... Got a roll of this 3mm stuff, which I don't love because it just gets all fully a party. Yep, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we'll start with the back piece so that it actually fits on the card. Let's do that so it just hangs over onto the white a tiny bit, like that. Yep, still fits. And then we'll do... So it's not just inside with this navy piece, so it's not just inside that hessiany bit. We'll go outside the hessiany bit a bit, and then we'll put bit of green stripy stuff. That's closer at this end than this end, which is okay. Bit of orange zigzag. And then we're gonna put this bit of green. Let's go just outside. So it hangs over. So this is not the only thing that hangs over. So it doesn't look like we put all this together and went, oh, I need a flag. I'm gonna shove that in, and it hung over and was the only thing that hung over. So we got two things that hang over, that have hangovers. I don't know. Let's go ahead. We'll see how it looks. It could end up in the bowl. Okay, so just a little tiny bit. So this is like we filled it before. Dimensional Magic in here. And then I have one that's here, and it's got white glue in it. The only glue you really can't put into these little applicator bottles is this 450, which is what I use for flowers and big things. This is just too thick, and it's, yeah. And just a word of warning, if you leave your creative stuff in the car going to a crop and you leave it in a hot car, this will ooze out the top of the bottle. It will build up pressure and it will come out the top of the bottle.
It's like a scientific experiment.
Yep, it is a scientific experiment, isn't it, Naomi-Jon? And it's not an experiment you want to do because, you know, like,
It is pretty disgusting.
we all hate waste and we all hate cleaning up glue of things. It dries pretty quick, so it just makes this bubbly scientific experiment globby ball on the end of the bottle. Okay, so maybe we'll go like that. I think it needs to be raised up. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Oh, that's a bit better. But I think this definitely needs to be raised up. So we're going to cut tiny bits of foam tape, which is over here. So for this, I cut a strip, and I cut into the strip. Cut them apart. There we go. So has everyone still been taking photos if they're doing year in review to Scrapbook? We don't want to have, you know, like this gap in our albums where there's no... Although, you know, if you're anything like me, you've probably got like 50 million photos in your backlog already. I think I could scrapbook until I'm 500 and I'm still not going to catch up. Some of my children only have a couple of baby photos scrapbooked. Others have a lot more.
Field effect is a myth.
Yeah, well, there's probably more pages of the girls than the boys because it's easy to get girl product than boy product. There's a lot of pages of Noah and Amelia when they were little, especially Noah when he was sick. there's not many teenage pages, the ones that are teenagers. And everyone knows it gets really hard to take a photo of a teenager. They don't like having their photos taken. They don't like sharing their photos. And then you get really desperate, and when you do your year in review, you end up with photos from pub crawls on your year in review, because that's all your child sent you for the month. That, yes, is from experience.
I have to admit that Milton dresses up for every single pub crawl he does. So
Yes, well, we don't need to discuss that. They're not bad photos, but they're not great photos. Let's just not discuss the photos. This may be a bit long on this, just on this point here. Let's just tidy that point up. I did say it looked a bit odd, that side. That's better. Okay, let's stick that on. Yeah, it is really hard, and there's only so many pages with stars you can do. I do like creating with flowers. Boys' baby pages have flowers on them. Oh,
What the hell happened there?
it fell off.
How did it fall off? Hold up.
Hold up. Are we back on?
Oh, just
No.
do it there. You're fine.
Well, wasn't that interesting?
I need to make sure that there's no wood showing. Mum, move your hand.
No, it's back on now.
Oh, that was an interesting fall.
Wow.
We have a corner showing,
No, that's the dark spot over here. There's a dark spot over there. Okay, very sorry about that. Holy dooly, that was really interesting. And it's because I move around and it's very slippery up there. I need to put a grippy thing or something to hold it. Milton told me that I needed to for it to sound better, I needed to take my phone out of the cover to record this week. So I've done that and the phone keeps slipping off. So we'll have to do something, and I can't keep padding because it just keeps sliding off. Okay. So we've got 2 almost finished. So let's put a little tiny bit of scoresy stuff. Maybe we'll have a look in here. Let's have a look in here what we've got. So that's good. Let's put an arrow. Spot. Nope. What about we put a hexagon? No. Maybe this hexagon. Hexagon.
You better use all those shapes I punched out.
Yeah, I will.
They were hard yards. And saying that, I have good biceps at the moment.
An arrow.
I actually have muscle.
Has anyone been watching the James Bond movies on the back channel? Probably not. Quentin and I are James Bond fans from way back. How's that? Then we'll put a little... Sorry, I'm not talking. Need to talk, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she says, Okay. Jesus, lots in here. Okay. Is everyone okay? No one got seasick from when I dunked the
I hope they weren't scared of roller coasters.
Oh, dearie me. Okay. Just Milton, if you're still watching, you just need to
Julie suggested blue tack.
yeah, I'm thinking blue tack, foam tape. Yeah, but you've got to get the DVD player out. We've only got one DVD player and we move it from room to room. And, yeah. I'm going to use glue. Let's just resort to glue here. The little things. How many times have you heard me say, don't use glue? Don't need to answer that, Joanna. Just cut a little bit of white showing there. Okay. Just being really obsessive. There's a little tiny bit of white just showing there. Just going to snip it. There we go. That's better. Foam tape. That little tiny bit of foam tape we had left over. Have to say I miss seeing you all, but it's really cool because more people have got to come to class, doing classes this way than before. Got lots of you come into class that have never actually managed to do a class with us. We are a little bit out of the way in Gladstone. Okay, put number 6 on.
We even have a few ladies from Maribor, I think.
Is there someone from Maribor? Maybe we do it. Oh, Anna. Who?
There's Leslie Hanson.
Maybe.
She said she was from Maribor.
Yeah. That's Leslie. Remember when I cut my finger at a retreat?
Oh,
And the
yes.
nurses all came out, you know, Leslie's one of the nurses when the blood was spraying across onto
Yeah.
Tracy.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Tracy from Mara's page.
That was a fancy moment, wasn't it?
Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. See, I haven't cut myself again. I still haven't cut myself, people. I'm doing really well. I've done a lot of creations in the last week and a bit. I've made a lot of kits, which they involve cutting as well. Someone asked what I was doing on Saturday. I was making kits. We've made a lot of kits in the last fortnight. Okay, let's have a look for this one. This one here. Let's bring a bit of this colour in. Oh, why don't we do, and I'm gonna, oh, with my Tim scissors. Absolute mess here at the moment. I'm going to cut these bling on a strip, but I cut the bit off, you know, the hanging outy bit between. See, bring a bit of that colour to here, and then is there another size? Maybe this size it is, and let's use 2 of these. So back to James Bond. We're up to Timothy Dalton now. I think we just had the first of his 2 movies last night, so we only watched like the first 15-20 minutes of the movie. We've seen them all before. It's a bit late for us. We're a bit old to stay up late. So, yeah. Oh, that looks like 2 eyeballs. Oh, still 2 eyeballs. Let's put that one there. Okay.
You know what the great thing about sport being cancelled is that there's so many more movies.
Oh,
on TV
yes.
at
Naomi's really pleased that sport's
Yeah.
cancelled.
Right.
Sincerest apologies to all the sports buffs out there, but she's really happy that there's no sport because it means that
When you flick on the TV, there's guaranteed to be at least one movie on now.
There's at least one movie, yes. Yes, more movies when there's less sport. Not that we don't have Netflix to watch movies, but, you know. Okay.
You can't take the quality of the ads out between where you got to do some channel flicking, you know what I mean? Like,
we're big channel flickers around here. We
gives
need
you
to stop
toilet
just
breaks
sidetracking
as
here,
well.
Naomi-Jon.
you know.
Okay. I really would like another star there, but I do get a bit obsessive about colour. I think it needs a star there. Oh, colour. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've got a star. Has anyone worked out what I'm going to do? Has anyone... Oh, I nearly threw you this star back in the dish. Has anyone worked out what I'm going to create my star with? Yep. I'm going to colour it the same as we did the title. And let's just dry it off a bit. Clean most of that up. Oh, it's a bit dark because it's grey. Let's see how it looks. Might be a bit dark. Yeah, it's a bit dark. Let's get a wet wipe. See if we can wipe it down a bit. Let's wipe the other side. Let's try the other side with the... That's better. Right. Okay. Do that foam we've got left over. She's typing madly. I wonder what she's typing about.
Oh, Julie Chan was just asking if you were using the kit that was on the online store to buy for this week, and I said yes.
Yep, definitely. Okay, that's too small to use now. Okay. And then we want to put, let's put another, let's cut one of these little guys that we've already used on this. Okay. There we go. Are they done? Can anyone see anything wrong with them? Okay. Just got a little bit of a mess here. Just a little. Okay. How's that? So, has anyone got any that you ladies have bought? That doesn't sound like, hoping mine is here before class tomorrow. Nola's was sent the same time of yours, and Nola's arrived at the start of class. So, hopefully, yours should be arriving soon. So, has anyone got any questions? Geez, that phone's crooked. Look at that. That's, like you're going to sit on an angle. Oh, it's moved again. Okay. So has anyone got any questions about what I've used or tomorrow's class? I will show you later in the week how to fill this in, these sort of cutout sheets. And yes, I designed these. You get a full 12 by 12 sheet in each year in review that I've designed specially for it, and then I also do you get a 6 by 12 specially designed sheet for each week's class. If you buy the kit, you don't have to. We've all got a stash we can't jump over that you can create from. But yeah, has anyone got any questions? And special requests, like, we can still get product. So you've really got to let us know what you want. We ordered the April Uniquely Creative and organised that yesterday. We've been ringing suppliers daily, making sure who's still open, who's sending, who's got stock. As far as watercolour supplies go, what we've got is what we've got, because it looks like there's an end to that being available until the borders open again. With some of it, we're trying to get other watercolour product, but yeah, basically a lot of what we've got is what we've got with some products, because if they're manufactured in China, they're not particularly available yet. Cutting dyes are going to be like that. Cutting dyes are made in China, so when the supplies in Australia run out, that could be it. We're not ordering from China or the US at the moment, because the dollar is worse than what it was when we opened the store 17 and a half years ago. So we just can't. Joe wants more green. Right, Joe. We'll see what we can do. So the prototype, back in a sec. So the prototype cut for next week's class kit, which everyone's getting it in ivory in their packs, was cut out of green. So it cut beautifully. Yeah. What you gonna give me for it, Joe? See, that would look nice. No, wrong kit. Okay. Any other questions? Your cut file sheets look awesome. My hubby just bought me a Cameo 4. He designed a cutout heart shape for me. I missed that. I'm just scrolling back up. He cut out a heart shape. Get back to me with my discount code to purchase the cut files. Marie, if you want to contact me, we're going to have to start selling cut files. We have a Cameo 4 as well here in the studio, so we do have cut files, and I am making for some of my friends in the US that have been housebound for a little bit longer than us. Have asked for like doilies and mandalas as cut files, so I'm making a few cut files for the girls in the US to use in their Cameo 4s. So anyone that's interested in those, we can also do them so you can put them through your Cricut machine as well if you've got a Cricut Air or a Cricut Maker. I know some of you do, so anyone interested in buying cut files to use at home, just let us know, because we do have quite a good library of ones that I've designed so far. Now I've got the wrong spot. What are they? Okay, so I will, bear with me. This is a Cameo machine. It's big, it's heavy, I'm going to put it down. So it is like an electric cutting machine that uses mats and uses blades, and you can either buy files or shapes to run it through from a computer program, or you can design your own, and I design a lot of my own. We use business design software, and we use it in conjunction with our other design software from Adobe, the Adobe Photoshop type family, and create Will the class be out for next week? It's out now, I think. Naomi's going to put up a link.
Yes, it's out
The
now.
kit is out now. It's ready to go now.
Tomorrow. And the year review's coming out tomorrow.
Year in reviews tomorrow. Yeah, Belinda, Silhouette. Silhouette is the brand of the cameo. Marie's is a pink one. I got white. I'll see you on here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m, Julie. There's no other questions. I actually think that picture's fuzzy, Naomi.
Which fuzzy picture?
Is the screen fuzzy or is it just
It's
me?
because it's focusing on your fingers now.
Okay, sorry. I'll stop moving. Okay. See you all tomorrow at 10 for scrapbooking. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll come back on and I will comment and thank you all and all that sort of stuff. Thanks. Bye.